Hey Frank, what can you tell us about this car?
This is a 1952 Kaiser Manhattan, built by the same company that people know from Kaiser Steel, Kaiser Permanente Hospitals, Kaiser Aluminum, Kaiser Jeep. This 1952 was one of the most stylish cars you could buy. People always talk about 53 Studebaker as being like one of the pinnacles of mid-50s design. And absolutely true, Studebaker's nearly perfect. This is an underrated, beautiful design. It is lower and wider and sleeker than any other American car of 1952. You put this car up against a 52 Chrysler or Oldsmobile, they look positively old-fashioned. This was designed by a man named Howard Darren, who during the pre-war years was a custom coach builder and went to work for Kaiser as a designer. And if you look down the side, you'll see where the fender dips below the passenger window. That's called the Darren dip. And this Widow's Peak here is Darren is famous for. These cars were extremely stylish, well built, and they were known for, in an era of gray cloth and gray pinstripe fabric, for having hundreds of combinations of fabrics, exterior colors. If you look at a paint chart for a 1952 Ford, it's a card about so big, and it's got like 8 colors on it and 3 or 4 interior colors. The Kaiser color and fabric catalog is 4 pages long.
Wow.
And this is a knockout design, and it was way ahead of its time. Beautifully built. Henry Kaiser built the Hoover Dam. He earned a Medal of Honor for building ships during World War II. He modernized shipbuilding. What Henry Ford did for the assembly line, Henry Kaiser did for shipbuilding. This car is unrestored. It's basically original, and things have been fixed and repaired on it as needed. It has not undergone a restoration. So the engine compartment is 75 years old. And this is a inline 6 226. This motor was built until the 1970s, so parts are easily available for this car.
And what does it say on that head?
Supersonic.
Supersonic.
Yes, and it must be, because they couldn't put it on that engine block if it wasn't true.
Very good.
So we're going to get in this thing and we're going to go hauling ass all over Paulden. This is second gear, and then we're going to let our foot off the gas. Boom, we just clicked into second overdrive. Car goes down the road really nicely.
Boy, it got a lot smoother when the overdrive kicked in, didn't it?
Yes, it did. This has an inline 6, it's a 226, and people often comment when they say why Kaiser didn't succeed when their cars were so beautiful. And someone will always say, oh, it was that 6-cylinder tractor motor or forklift motor that they put in it, and that's the reason they weren't successful. But something to remember is that in 1952, Buick didn't have a V8. Pontiac didn't have a V8. Chevrolet didn't have a V8. Dodge didn't have a V8. Plymouth didn't have a V8. So, you know, 6-cylinder motor wasn't the kiss of death, although that's like something that the so-called experts like to tell you. This dashboard, if you push this dashboard up against anything from 52, everything else looks positively old-fashioned.
Well, this is looks like lizard to me.
Yes, well, Kaiser made a model called the Dragon that used that fabric on the seats and basically anywhere they could put it. And it had gold accented hood ornament and things of that nature.
Yeah, in today's world where all the cars look alike, you kind of wish they were back like this.
Well, exactly. We've got the 52 Studebaker, we've got the 52 Hudson, the 52 Rambler, and this 52 Kaiser, and they could not be any more different from each other. They're all completely different. This is just a very underrated car. I'd like more people to know about what great cars Kaisers are. And parts are easy to get. There's a gentleman in Peoria by the name of Larry Barker who can sell you basically any part you need, and they're very reasonable. A great club, great support. You get one of these cars, you want to join the club. You want to join the club because that's going to be your support. You're going to have a question, you're going to need a part, or you're going to have to remove something. And, you know, you can always get with the club, call somebody, and they'll help you out. I also want to use this as a drift car. I think we're going to just go sideways in this thing for a while. See how it goes. See how those Coker white walls hold up.
Well, I took a look at this and I asked you, well, who manufactured Henry J's? Because it had that look to it.
Yes,
And you told me that Kaiser did.
absolutely.
I didn't know that.
They made the Henry J. Kaiser built its last car in the United States in '55, and then they moved the assembly line to Argentina, where it continued as the Kaiser Carabella. They also built a version of the Rambler American there under Kaiser license. And so there we go into third overdrive.
Boy, when you shift the thing to overdrive, it really smooths out, doesn't it?
Yes, and like I've stated before, I love the process, okay? I love getting in this thing, driving the 3 on the tree, working the overdrive, and driving it like it was meant to be. It's completely stock, the way it left the factory. Henry Kaiser noticed that his employees in his steel mills, in his factories, the car factories. In fact, this car was built at Willow Run, which built bombers during World War II.
And then a Ford factory.
It was, and Henry Kaiser took it over, and he converted it from aircraft production to car production in 11 months, which was an unheard of feat. But he noticed that his employees would not go to the doctor, many of them, until they were really ill. I mean, just wait till the last minute, and decided to what if I put a little clinic where you could get checkups, minor medications, minor procedures done in the factory for his employees, and basically came up with the first HMO. So when you see Kaiser Permanente hospitals on the West Coast and in Hawaii, those originated in Henry J. Kaiser's automobile and steel factories. And it was a benefit to assist his employees, which all the companies are gone now, except for Kaiser Permanente. The hospitals are going strong, and they're respected. They're respected, and Jamie and I have Kaiser, and I mean, my son has Kaiser, and we absolutely love it.
He was a visionary, it sounds like.
He was a visionary. He was a Renaissance man. Absolutely. Absolutely brilliant. He's up there, you know, with Henry Ford, and, you know, he's just, a lot of people don't know who he is, but he did a lot for this country, and he made some amazing automobiles and did a lot of innovations.
Well, Frank, thank you. I hope you had a good time.
Had a great time.
I always have a good time coming out here.